Hello everybody and welcome to Mid-Michigan Gold Guy channel. I'm your host Brandon, and today we are out here on some family land. We're going to be running the micro banker from Prospector's Dream, and we're going to be trying to get a little bit of gold. So I got everything set up and just pulled the tiniest of shovel tips out of this little bank right here. And we already have, don't know if it'll show up the best, next to that big rock. You might have to take my word for it, but there is one nice little color of gold in that pan. Let's run some material. Now, while yes, it would be more efficient to run a bigger high banker, I am in this valley with steep sides on either side of me, so this little micro banker that I can backpack in a 5-gallon bucket works perfectly. To do a real quick clean out. Now, I never clean out what's under the grizzly bars until I'm all done. Just too much of a pain to constantly take that little wing nut off of there. But to clean out the rest of the sluice, it's as simple as pull the sluice tray out, bring it over to a bucket of water, dunk it in, splash it a few times, slide it right back up in there, and you're ready to go. So I'll get this into a pan, I'll try to pan it back, and we'll see if we got anything. Now, it's never a great idea to clean up your cons in the creek, run the risk of losing what you just worked so hard to get. But we're just going to take this down a little bit more, and we'll see if we can see any of the shiny stuff. Really hard to do when your hands are numb. We might just have to wait until we get back to the house to do a cleanup. But I am seeing gold. Really small, but there's gold. So to just help speed things along, because I'm rapidly losing feeling in my fingers, I've gone ahead and pre-classified a 5-gallon bucket. We're just going to push it through there and probably call it a day. Like I said, 30 degrees out here, and I'm cold. By pre-classifying, it allows me to punch the material through quick, not have to constantly clear the gravel out of the grizzlies, not have to break up clay balls. Should be able to move this along, get home to where it's warm, and see what we got for the day. I keep hearing noise up there. It's just a squirrel messing with me. I'm probably forcing this through a little faster than I should, but like I said, I'm getting cold. I'm out here for gold, not frostbite. While the air may be 30, the water's a lot colder than that. Might be a Bigfoot. So let's touch base a little bit about where did the gold in Michigan come from. We don't have any mountains or hard rock mines that it eroded out of. So where did Michigan get its gold? Well, you see, long time ago, like way more than 20 years ago, big ice sheets came down through Canada, the glaciers, and they stripped all that gold-bearing material from those mountains, ground it into a fine powder, and after the glaciers melted, they left behind the glacial till gold that Michigan has. Small, but it's everywhere. That's definitely a Bigfoot. We just finished that 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to do a quick little clean out, tear down, then we're going to get out of here. Cleaning out this dream mat is easy as splashing water onto it. Take the grizzly bars off. We'll just drop those in the bucket. Out comes the miner's moss in the bucket. Go ahead and splash her out. Everything that's underneath there. It's all back in the bucket. Hopper back on. Miner's moss goes in. Followed up by grizzly bars. And the wing nut that holds it all together. Look at all that black sand. Where there's black sand, it's a good indicator there's gold. So I just want to take a minute and touch base with you about how important it is to check local laws and regulations before you go out and attempt anything like this. Here in Michigan has some of the strictest laws about using anything with a motor, even panning. They do this to protect the natural fisheries, the trout streams, but I'm on private property right now. This is a stream that dries up in the summer. It's a drainage. It only really flows in the spring, right after snow melt, which is what we're doing right now. So I feel comfortable enough about doing this. But before you just head off into the woods, always check laws, regulations, and make sure you're on the up and up. Oh, it is so beautiful out here. Well, I don't have a film studio set up to film the cleanup. Not enough to put on a scale, but there is a little bit of gold in that area. So we'll go back there someday and keep filming in that location. Look at all that pretty color. Let's get rid of the glare. Gold.